What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's going on with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to break down a very important warning I have about Tesla as earnings starts very soon. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them. And the offer ends very soon in just 7 days. Anyways, for Tesla, I want to talk about something that's very important. The share price has been trying to push. It did end up filling the gap as we predicted in my earlier video, hitting 147 a share before coming back down. And Tesla's now just range trading right over here. Now, right now, Tesla's price action doesn't matter as much, but there is one thing that's going to be changing very soon. That's after earnings comes out, implied volatility. So this is our chart right here for the overall volatility skew. And the reason why this is very important is because when you look at this, during periods when we have earnings and stuff, we tend to see Tesla's implied volatility go up. There are instances where it drops really hard, then pushes back up approaching earnings, comes back down. Here, we actually saw it go up again around October, and we actually haven't seen implied volatility this high since around October to November of last year. So it's pretty crazy, if anything, that this is happening. And what this means is the overall options are getting very much just jacked up. The prices are going up, premiums are becoming very expensive because of this. And what's going to happen is we're going to see this spread decrease. We're going to see implied volatility decrease tomorrow, most likely. So if you're holding like a call on Tesla for like 145, let's just say it expires for Friday and you just bought it today. If Tesla opens tomorrow at 145, you're going to lose a lot of money because implied volatility will drop. The premium of your option is going to decrease, and you're going to end up having to see a loss because, once again, everything changed except for the share price in that case. Implied volatility drops, so your premium would decrease. So to make money off Tesla, if you're going to try to play this, you need a big move most likely. So if you're holding a 145 call, for example, hypothetically, right? I know it's expensive for a lot of people, but if you're holding it, you need to see this thing run all the way into the 150s quite easily, at least to 152, 155 at the very least to make some nice money. And if you're holding a put at 145, just for example, you can't see Tesla open at 145 or 140. You need to see a bigger drop. You need to see this thing drop into the 130s at least for you to make some decent money or any money whatsoever. So you're expecting a big move if you're going to be holding anything overnight. There's going to be a big IV crush, so make sure you're prepared for that. And we're going to be looking for a big shift in this. All right, so that's the reason why, I'm sure a lot of people have that experience where you're holding either a call or a put, and then you end up being correct about the direction, but you still lose money because the move wasn't big enough. That could sometimes happen with these crushes, so just be very careful. So for Tesla, if you want to make money overnight, you need a big move. There has to be a big move. You can't be holding this and expecting a tiny little move, and you can't be expecting to make a lot of money off of that. That's my warning for everyone. Now, when is earnings going to start? I want to give you guys some more information about this. We're expecting an EPS of 51 cents according to different reports. Revenue is expected to be around 22.15 billion according to some analysts out there. And moving forward, you guys could see that the earnings call is actually supposed to start at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's very important because for people around the world, that's about 1.5 hours after the market ends up closing. So Tesla should be announcing it very soon. Sometimes they're a little bit late. Sometimes it may not start till like 5:40, 5:45. Sometimes that could happen, so don't be surprised if that ends up being the case. You could listen to this live on CNBC or different places if you're interested. But just look it up anywhere. It's pretty easy to find. This is going to be very interesting, so I can't wait to see what ends up being announced by Tesla. It's going to be very important, and we're expecting a very big move. My warning for everyone is this. First off, not only is there going to be likely a big move coming to Tesla, but be careful with implied volatility being, this high. And then secondly, I want to let you guys know that the market closes in about 29 minutes. Okay? The market's going to close very soon. If you're holding any positions on Tesla, there is a risk involved. You could make insane money off of it. Maybe you're betting Tesla's going to get a big bounce and you end up being correct, and you could make crazy money. If you're correct, that's awesome. But at the same time, if Tesla ends up, dropping instead of going in your favor, you could also lose a lot of money. If you're shorting Tesla and it dips nicely to 120, awesome, you can make a lot of money. But what if it ends up running? What if something surprising happens? You never know what could happen. So my point in saying all of this is the fact that If I were to do this, I would manage risks very well. I'd be very careful. I wouldn't YOLO everything into Tesla. Not financial advice, but that's just the way I see it. And we're expecting a very, very big move. I think Tesla will make a big move. I think a lot of people are going to be watching this earnings, just kind of trying to get some answers about what Tesla's going to be doing. And we're going to be expecting some very, very interesting volatility. So I just want to give you guys a warning. If you want to hold your Tesla position, your calls, your puts, any longs, if you have covered calls, whatever you want to do, if you want to hold through today, it's risky. Implied volatility is going to drop, and Tesla has its earnings coming out, so we don't know what's going to happen. But at the same time, you could make crazy money, so it's on you. You only have about 27 minutes left at the time I'm recording this to exit your position or hold. It's all up to you, but this is your final warning for the day. All right, so for the share price of Tesla, it's very simple. We're in this range right now. It's not going to do much from here. But if I pull up the 4-hour time frame, just like this, and I show you guys what this looks like, it is looking bullish from a technical standpoint. This doesn't guarantee anything about earnings. It could just be like a dead cat bounce, could be something else. If we get a big bounce, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla tests. Excuse me, I apologize. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla tests this 164 area as our resistance. We could be pushing all the way up there, if not even higher. A 20-point move to the upside is possible if we get some good earnings or if guidance is very strong. If Tesla gets the rug pull, we have a gap to fill all the way down at 123. We're going to be falling to the 120s if we end up getting a rug pull. So be prepared, guys. Whatever is going to happen happens, and we'll just have to wait and see. Whatever you guys want to do is your choice, but just know my warning. Do what you have to do. When it comes to NVIDIA, share price is bullish. In my morning view, I said that this could be approaching 830. We're currently at 825. We're getting very close to my target. I would say that there is more bullish potential, especially for tomorrow, if we maintain this structure. And we could be slowly going all the way up to about 847 very soon. But for now, we're just going to be looking to see if we can get up to about 830. I am seeing potential in this. For SPY ended up approaching 505.5. It's about 506, this range right over here, which is our next resistance zone. Uh, it could go a little higher to about 508 a little bit later on if we do manage to break past 506. And if we reject off 505, we're going to be looking at 502. It is looking a bit more bullish right now, so it has potential for tomorrow. Same thing with the triple Q. We're at 425. I called this level out in the morning as well. If we keep pushing, 428 is going to be our next target in 430. And if we end up losing 425 to 424, watch 422.75, then 420. Overall, the chart is looking a bit more bullish. It could push a little bit more from here. And then for Apple, it's not that strong. We have 167 as resistance, but we could attempt to push a little higher. So I see some potential in this, in my personal opinion. All right. So, anyways, I think that's pretty much it for the video. Remember my warnings about Tesla, and remember the earnings call is supposed to start at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes what should happen is the data should come out in the beginning, the EPS and revenue. We're not going to get as much about their guidance usually. So some data is going to come out early on. So maybe like 30 minutes after the market ends up closing, this data will come out. And then once we get their EPS and revenue and stuff, that's going to be the first report. The earnings call officially starts at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe a little bit later. So around that time, Tesla will start giving us their announcements, and we'll just have to see how it goes. I'll be giving you guys two more updates. The first one's going to be about the earnings report, and then the next one's going to be about the earnings call. That's going to be a little bit late, so give that some time because there's a lot coming out. But with that being said, I thank you all for listening. Please have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next couple of videos. Thank you, and peace out.